Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a walk. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna go on the iPhone and join up to the studio. Alright, that's what I'll do. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so, Catherine. Yeah, it's a bit dark here now. But I've got a torch. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I see there's a few people here. Hello, hi D. Oh, wait. I'm just trying to get a bit of battery. It's half the battle at the moment. It's trying to get battery in the devices. So we're just charging now, and then yeah, I wanted to share a screen. Um, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to share a screen, like, and put some like music and some clips up and things, but I can't because I don't know how to do it on StreamYard. I think because I don't pay for this, it's free. Um, yeah, don't have that option sadly. I think Demand said I might be able to though, but yeah. So you're going to read about you? Well, I can try. It's going to be difficult because I'm going to join now the studio on the other device, right? The iPhone, which has got 55% charge, and I'm going to use that to go for a walk. Oh, Ziggy's okay. You want to see Ziggy, don't you? All right, hang on then. All right. Hang on, I'll get Ziggy up. Hang on. She's asleep, but I'll get her up in a minute. Okay. Fine. I can see Ziggy. Right. So we got Ziggy then. Centuries ago, and they were meant to be found and figured out not by early man, by us today. It's in our evolution when we can begin to ask these questions. We need to study biology to know that there is such a thing as DNA. We needed to understand principles of advanced physics and structural engineering. We needed to understand the movements of the stars and develop the means of seeing our planet from the sky and from up in space. Hello, Ziggy. Hello, Ziggy. Hello, Ziggy. Your fans are there. There you go. Ziggy is nearly 6. Nearly 6. Oh, there she is. Oh, hang on. What's going on? There you go, Ziggy. Hello, Ziggy. There you go. And then we'll try and get the logs on the fire because it's cold. I'm trying to burn some of that there. Right. There, Ziggy. There you go. Right. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave the thing running. Right. I'm going to go. I see you in something. Right. Yep. There it was. Right. Just trying to think what the plan is. So the thing's got so much charge in it. How much we got now? 60%. Yeah, I think we got 60%. Yeah, 60%. Yeah, you're right, T. I think she is.
I think she. Uh, yeah, you're all good. You've worked. Yeah, and Cameron said, "Oh, bless Iggy, we'll all be going to sleep soon." Yeah, yeah, we will. I think. Just trying to. Right, I'm gonna join. uh, there might be another dog here soon, D. We might be getting another one. So I don't know how Ziggy's gonna like that when there's another one, another friend to share. So yeah, I'm just gonna see if I join now on this Safari. Right. So right. So how do I add someone up onto the thing? Okay. Enter studio. Add to stage. Okay. Right. So now. Right. Settings. Camera. Sorry. Right. Camera back. Right, that's the back camera. Front camera, back. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So there's. Wait. No. Nice. That was something I was reading earlier. You can see on there. There's some Baha'i writing. I'll try reading it now in Persian. So needs to practice a little bit. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I read mainly Arabic, Persian, Greek, Hebrew. Those like scriptural languages. Where's your Hammer? I'm still looking for it. Yeah, I will find it though. But this one is a hidden word. This is quite nice. This one. So I'll just try reading it. A Psalm Jude. در بعده هی آدم بودی و ترابه مدد ترابه ام در عالم ملک ظاهر نمودم و جمیع ذرات ممکنات و حقایق کائنات را به طبیعت تو گماشتم چنانچه قبل از کروز از وطن اومد تو چشمی زیر من برای تو مقرر داشتم و چشمها برای حفظ تو گماشتم و حب تو را در قلوب حلقه نمودم بی صفه چو تو را در زیر رحمتم پروردم و از جوهر وصال و رحمت تو را حفظ فرمودم. و مقصود از جمیع این مراتب آن بود که بجبروت باقی ما دارایی و قابل Bak shish haya gaibi ma shabi. Vel tu gafil chun bi samar amadi as tamah meya nah mam gaflat namudi va begamane batele khud pade khakti bekismike bil mara faramush nabmudi ta asbab dust bi abvane dashman makara yafti va maskin namudi. Right, I'm asking. Okay, that's a Persian. I'll translate that one. Um, wait a minute, what's going on? Am I still on the thing? Wait a minute. I think I'm still in the studio. Yeah. So in English, it translates. So this is something Bahala. Oh, I'll see if you go on the stream. You can't see his very last strings, so maybe YouTube has banned them all together. They use a lot of expletive rants, which I think went on for free. Well, yeah, I think you're right. There was a lot of rants, sadly. Um, yeah. So then, Son of Bounty. Is this the one? Yeah, 29. Okay, so in English, it translates as, O son of bounty, out of the waste of nothingness, the clay of my command, I made thee to appear, and have ordained for by training every atom in existence and the essence of all created things. They, thou didst issue from thy mother's womb, destined for thee two founts of gleaming milk, eyes to watch over thee, and hearts to love thee. Out of my loving kindness, neath the shade of my mercy, I nurtured thee and guarded thee by the essence of my grace and favour. And my purpose in all this was that thou mightest attain my everlasting dominion, and become worthy of my invisible bestowals. And yet heedless thou didst remain, and when fully grown, thou didst neglect all my bounties, and occupy thyself with thine idle imaginings, in such wise that thou didst become wholly forgetful, and turning away from the portals of the friend, didst abide within the courts of my enemy. And that's the 29th Persian hidden word Bahala wrote. And I quite like it. I like a lot of his writing. So yeah, okay, I translated that. I just read one other thing here. You probably know this one. Something from the Quran. Just to practice something in Arabic. I don't. And then I'm going to go for this walk after a lot of talk. Yeah, okay, so this is the first thing that was ever revealed, okay, in the Quran. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ikra bi-ismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord, the one who created. Khalaqal insana min alaq. He created man from a clinging substance. Ikra wa rabbuka al-akramu. Read and your Lord is the most generous. Alladhi allama bil kalam. The one who taught by the pen. Allama al-insana ma lam yahlam. Taught man what not he knew. Kala inna al-insana la yatga. Nay, indeed, man certainly transgresses. An ra'ahu istagna, that he sees himself self-sufficient. Inna illa rabbika al-ruja, indeed to your Lord is the return. Ara'ayta alavi yanha, have you seen the one who forbids? Abdan idha salla, slave when he prays. Ara'ayta in kana Allah al-huda, have you seen if he is upon guidance? Or amara bil taqwa, or he enjoins of the righteousness. Ara'ayta in kadhaba wa tawalla, have you seen if he denies and turns away? Alam yallam bi anna Allah yabra, does not he know that Allah sees? Kalla la in lam yantahi lanasfa'an bil nasiyati, nay, if not he desists, certainly we will drag him by the forelock. Nasiyatin, Kadhabatin, Qatiyatin, a forelock lying and sinful, Falyadu, Nadiyahu, but let them call his associates, Sanadu, El Zabaniyata, we will call the angels of hell, Kalala, Tutihu, wa Usjud, wa Ektar, nay, do not obey him, but prostrate and draw near to Allah. So what we just read there, that's called Surah Al-Alaq. That's the first revelation, right, that Muhammad, or he got in the Quran. What we just read there, and it's quite nice. I don't do it justice in how I speak it. I see. Okay, so Rabbi, why does it say one place created from clean substance, clot blood, and another from that? Yeah, that's a good question. And Glossy Simon said they're probably reflecting Simon's sense of humor. Yeah. And Rabbi and Quran, how many creators? Well, I think there's one, Allah. I think Allah is one creator. God is the creator, one God. Catherine Ramsey, they could be doing some reflecting prayers for them. We love it. Yeah. And then the other one, guys, is a very short one here. It's called Surah Al-Ikhlas. You probably know this one. No, Jesus created bird in Quran. No, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, he did. It's a good point. You know a lot about the Quran. I know you know your Bible and you know your Quran. Created, yeah. I mean, maybe by the permission of God did he create? But yeah, I'll ask someone of authority, Dion. That's a good question. Yeah, you're right. I need. I will ask someone. Ask your question. Right. So this one's like Surah Al-Ikhlas, the sincerity, right? So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Say he is God one. Allahu al-Samad. God the eternal, the absolute. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Not he begets and not he is begotten. Wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. And not is for him equivalent anyone. So that's Surah Al-Ikhlas. It talks about God basically being one, I guess, and not lots of gods, but one God. But yeah. So you said, and the Spirit blew into Mary. So God, Word, and Spirit in Quran. Yeah, I think that's right. I've heard some people try and say the Holy Spirit might be the angel in Islam, which is slightly different to Christian doctrine, I think. That's a good point, though. I have to think. How much charge we got? 65%. Okay, so we've been running the stream for 20 minutes. Jesus created as a word, Quran, and Spirit, and Allah. For Quran is separate and separate. Jesus created the word. Yeah. Can I ask you a question, D, on one thing? Because I think you might know. I'll just type the question. Well, I'll just say it, man. In the Bible, when Jesus, they ask him when the hour is, Jesus' response to his disciples by saying, only the Father knows. So the Father knows the hour, but Jesus doesn't know. Am I got the right idea there, or am I in error? Am I in misunderstanding? If you so Jesus doesn't know the hour, right? But the Father does in the Gospel. So yeah, I don't know if that's a good question. I'll try and type it maybe. So yes, the hour. Yes, Jesus is in the Father, and the Father in the Son, and the Father announces the hour. The bridegroom comes, but the bride Jesus knew the hour. Jesus, the hour. But am I right in thinking that he says to the disciples at that moment, though, that only the Father knows? Hang on, I'll try and get the verse up a minute. Hang on. Father Where's the hour? Wait, Matthew 24:36. No one knows doing. So yeah, that's what it said. Hang on. Is that the verse? That one? Put it in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we got 3 people here. Oh, wait, why the thing? What's going on? Stream is this big. What am I doing? Can't chat. Join the chat. Connect. Yes, because the Father in flesh, man Jesus, was separated from the fullness. For the Godhead, the fullness, the Father Jesus in heaven. And the flesh came down, took human form, leaving the rest. So, are you saying then that it was the flesh of Jesus that didn't know the hour? His divine nature did know, and the flesh didn't know. Is that what I'm thinking? For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Colossians 2:9. Right, I'm a bit confused, a bit confusing some of it for me, but yeah, because if I was in flesh, man, Jesus was separated. Cool. His flesh didn't know, but when he rose, he was in fullness and knew. But he knew the Father, the part of him out of creation. So it's almost like the disciples didn't need to know the answer then when they asked the question, if that makes sense. You know, the verse goes, however, no one knows the day or the hour when these things will happen, or even the angels in heaven or the Son himself, only the Father knows. So the disciples asked a question and he didn't, I guess, want to tell them. Am I right in thinking that? Right. Tell the disciples, if you know me, you know the Father. Oh yeah, I think that's, if you know me, you know the Father. And Jesus, he prays to the Father. Am I right in saying that? Like, am I right? I think like you know, in the Lord's Prayer, right? Our Father in heaven. That, you know, he teaches that's how you pray, right? So he's saying recognizing the Father, and that's in heaven. It's just sometimes when I think about it, like I always wonder, like he's sort of submitting himself to the Father, if that makes sense, in the gospel. There's not a lot of like, what's the word? It's not always co-equal. Everything is not clearly co-equal. There's a lot where there is distinctly the Father. You know, there is some sort of separation in some of the verses, but I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but. Right, what's the time now? Okay, it's 12:20 here. I've got 70%. I think I might go. Right, I'm going to go for a walk, okay? So I'll go now, and then I'll just sort of, yeah, see where we go. I won't go very far, but this might be quite a short, probably an hour, 15 hour and 20 minutes, maybe this stream. So yeah, I'm just happy to be. Oh, hang on, yes, the Fleshman prays to the oneness, the part of him out of creation, separated in human form, but was part of the deity, the fullness. I'm listening, guys. Oh, good. Okay, then yeah, we're just talking about the gospel and the Bible, Catherine. One day, maybe one of you guys will come up and say hi. You don't have to. Just come, say hello for a minute, and then leave if you want. I'll find the harmonica as well, and I'll play a tune. I haven't found it yet, though. I will one day, though. Yeah, I wanted to share some videos. I thought, but I can't share my screen. I think I gotta pay for the other more expensive stream. No, don't D. Come up, and Catherine, both of you come up. That wants to get no. You can. It's just say anything. Just say hi and leave. Anything, yeah. Don't be nervous. Just come up. Are we walking with you on your walk? Yeah, we are. Yeah. So you see this one. Right. Okay, this device here. Hang on, your back. Hang on. So I'm going to use the phone that's got 70% charge in it now, and I'm going to go. Wait, what's going on here? The join. It says it's been blocked. What's going on? Right, okay, so on this one, I'm going to go up back into the studio. Right, so back in there now on this one. Right, unmute the studio. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm going to use. Right, there we go. Right, so I'm going to use this one that you can see the camera on, right? And I'm going to go for a walk and show you. I don't know, it's pretty dark outside, but I've got a torch. Maybe I don't know, just go for a walk around the thing. But been on for 32 minutes. And yeah, just happy that you guys are here. And hopefully this will be a nice walk. There won't be too many strange people. I don't know. No, we are not seeing anything. No, do you see? Oh, wait a minute. Where am I going? You're right. Sorry. Yeah. Do you see? Do you see now? This one, the camera on. I think I'm in the studio. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So I'm going to use that one, and yeah. So I'll leave. Yep. But yeah. So we'll go for a walk. We've got 70%. So we'll see what there is. But yeah. Yeah. Just come up anytime, either of you. Just say hi or anything, or read anything you want to read, or do anything. You know, I wanted to share the screen and show you some nice songs or some videos, but I can't. But all right, then I'm gonna go for this walk. Okay, guys. Not gonna walk out. Hang on. What do we got? Get your running shoes on, Ziggy. You might want to run. Yeah. So just walk around. I was thinking I might pick up some rubbish. I got a litter bag here. Oh, it don't matter. We'll just go see what we've got. Right. Sorry, it is a bit dark. Can you hear me? See, this is why it'd be cool if one of you guys was in the studio. See the gate? No, where? I just hope the charge doesn't run out. There we go. It's my dad's old car there. Used to drive this car a lot, but yeah, he passed away. Miss him very, very much. Yeah. Right, we'll go for a walk. Okay, nice. So I'm just walking up here, just up the road. There's a street light. It's a neighbour's house. And here we go, just going up the road. I used to like the people that lived over there. They sadly moved. They moved house. They were friends about a month ago. There's a street light up there. But yeah. No, I don't drive it. It's got some damage. It was years he last drove that car in May 2017, something like June. Small neighbours' houses up here. There's a street. But yeah, 53% on the phone. So it is using up juice. But yeah. You live in a good neighbourhood. It's alright. It's not bad. Can't really complain. Not a lot really happens here. They're nice people. Sort of very quite green round here. Like a lot of fields and stuff in the west of England. There's a nice friends who live in that house there. Island Lane, that's fine. See? There's a road sign here. Island Lane. That's some rubbish there. Pick up rubbish. Rubbish. See something good. Do I want to move? Was it? I don't know. Do you want to move though? Well, there's not a lot really for me here. That's a good question. I have thought about it. I don't know. I'm just sort of happy to be alive at the moment. But yeah, maybe move. I don't know. I go. Yeah. There's another street light. There you go. Pubs up here. There's a pub called the Rusty Axe. Do you have family near? Yeah, I've got some family near. Nice car there. Don't know if you can see that. It's a BMW. It's nice. But yeah, this is where we'll walk up the street here. It's quite raw around here, D. There's the pub. That's the pub over there. I don't know if you can see it. The Rusty Axe. See what they got here. There you go. says Sunday roast. Book your table now, and that's the phone number. Oh dear. Late night walks are refreshing for the mind when I work with a struggling. Is it cold? It is a bit. It's alright though. I always walk at night. Bit more rubbish though. Okay. And then they've got the times there, like that's when it's open. They've got the board closed Monday, 4 to 11 p.m., 4 to 11 p.m., 12 to 11 p.m. Okay, how's that car going? That's a bit strange. That's strange. Okay, the car just. I hope I haven't scared. The car just activated then, so I'm going to keep walking up here because that car was making noise and I don't want any alarms to go off. So I didn't touch the car. I don't want any police to come. I haven't done anything wrong. So I'm just going to head up here. This house here. I don't know if you can see the dog. The ornament had a very nice lady lived in there. Her name was Angela, and she died a year ago to the day. She was really, really nice, and I miss her a great deal. Family, friend, and everything. Nothing. No, it's not open, D. It's 12:30 at night here now. Yeah, you can get a roast in there if you want. Yeah, but it's just a little neighbourhood here. It's not a great deal to say, but Catherine is right. It is nice to have a walk from time to time. That's sad when you people leave. It is sad. I have a friend has an absolute genius who lives in there. That's his office. He's 16, 17 years old. And here, do you see these gates? These gates here. I don't know if you can see these. Do you see the gates here? H. Yeah. So basically, he's in there. He's got a business. He's only 17 or 16. He sells stuff all over the world. He's quite clever. Does very well for himself. Really smart kid. Like computers and technology and all the rest of it, you know. So yeah. Yeah, it's some lights there, street light. Some more cars. There's horses up here, D, just so you know. There's a field at the end. I don't think we'll be able to see them, but there are horses up here. But it is nice to walk. It's nice to have a stroll. So there's fields over there. Loads of fields. Big like farm fields over there. That light in the distance over there's a farm. I don't know if you can see it. That's a farm over there, that one over there. But the horses they're over here. Yeah. But I don't think, I'll just show you, like, the horses are down there, right over there. Yeah, he's clever, D. Yeah, he is an entrepreneur. He's real young, but he's really, really clever. Like, yeah, this is all, like, green. I think, Catherine, you live in Nottingham, right? So you probably know Somerset, I'm guessing. Have you know the Somerset levels? Like, we're literally near the levels where it floods, if you know with Catherine. The levels. Because I think you said, yeah, I do, Catherine. Like, not down one, but I don't know if you can see it, but there's horses in there, really beautiful ones. This gate here. In here, there's horses. Yeah. Can't go in though. Private. It says private land. No public way. But there are. So maybe I'll do a daytime stream. And you guys can see the horses. It is countrified at Capri. It's a village. It's like a village, but it's not a great deal. Like that was rubbish there. Hang on. Rubbish on the grass. Yeah, got 23%. But Alright, I'm back now on this one. This shape. Made, there we go, made the tea. And we're back. So I'm going to drink that now. Been on for an hour and 22 minutes. Yep. And yeah, I'm sorry to think this phone ran out of charge. This one ran out, like, the thing has got like, I don't know, 19%, but the thing on StreamYard just went all wrong. But right. Yeah, how it is. It's nice tea. Wow, we've got people here. Look at that. We've got 5 people viewing, or 3. I'll just say, I don't want to go. There's a camera on this thing. Okay. Alright, there we go. Yes, hello. Drinking the drink. Just thought I'd say hi. It's all rather nerve wracking, this. Okay. I'm studying PS5 people, a couple of ninjas. Yeah, there are. Yeah. There are some ninjas here. I just hope they join, you know. Okay, I'll just say hello again. Hello, CD. Hello. Yeah, I'm a little camera shy. I don't like to put my face too much on that. I won't do like a big nose and wear a mask and all that, but I hope you're well, and I hope that you all come up onto the chat, and then I have someone to talk to and say hello to. Even for 1 minute, say hi, and then I'm going to get... Yeah, well, yeah, no. So, well, like Christopher's right, you know. Like, you got to show. You can't just hide in the mask, right? What's that about? Chris is right about that. I've always believed that. So yeah, but hopefully I get the harmonica going, and then we'll go for a walk, and then yeah, show you around a bit more. I'm sorry what happened to the thing, and then I'll read a bit more of the thing. I might read one more thing of Persian then. I might read one more thing of Persian. Let's see what we got here. Let me just have a look quick. It's good practice as well. What you plan on, Monica? Oh, like the theme from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Western music, cowboy. You know, Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef, like kind of songs. That's what I can remember. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, all right then. I'll just read this thing, right? And okay. So Kalamati Maknune to Episode Hava Birasti Bishnu Chashmi Fani Jamale Baki Nashin Nasad Vadile Mode Juz Bigule Pazmode Mashgol Nashabad Zira Ke Har Karine Kudra Joyad Bijensa Khodan Sagirad. So that one is Persian. So Bahala wrote that. And I've got the translation here. It's the 10th hidden word. Okay. What's the message saying? Beautiful smile. No. It's no. Okay, yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you. You're a bit shy and all that. So Catherine says I'm scared to even put a comment in Chris's chat. Not joking. Oh, why? Why, Catherine? Why are you scared? Why? What's he done? Okay, that's not good. I don't think. Okay, I don't know. All right. Okay. Okay. And D says read. D says I'm blocked, so I would, but can't. Oh, you're blocked. What do you mean you're blocked? Who's blocked you? Chris Alfmedi has blocked you, has he? Oh, that's not very good. Oh, all right, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sure. Is it a permanent block or? Okay, all right. Now I'll just translate the thing I read anyway. Okay, so this translates to "O Son of Desire," right? So I'll just go through it like word by word. So kalamate means words. Maknune, that are hidden, the hidden words. Do is number 10. So A pisare hava, O son of desire. A is O, pisare, son of. Hava is desire. Oh, Chris did because I argued about Paul and he didn't know how to unblock and told it. Oh, okay. All right, I see. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. Chris has a yeah. He doesn't. Yeah, Paul is something. Yeah, he's made it clear he's not into Pauline letters, right? And the Book of Acts and all the Ephesians, right? Corinthians, Galatians, Colossians. You know, all the letters. I think he's not. Um, yeah, he's not keen on, is he? He likes just Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Um, yeah, but okay. I hope that you can talk with him soon, D, and everything. But so yeah, uh, Pisare son of Hava desire. So I son of desire. Right, Birasti Bishnu. So Birasti means indeed. Yeah, you are right. But I need to share the screen though, don't I, for that? And I can't share the screen on this. Unless I pay the money. I'll try and sort it out, okay, D. I'll try and figure out a way to be able to, because yeah, I'm happy to do that. I love it. Yeah, it would help me too. It would help everyone, right? Um, it's one of those things. Probably do it every day. Yeah, like if you are serious and you want to learn, say Arabic, Persian, even Hebrew. I'm still learning Hebrews. Got a lot to go, but Arabic I can do. Persian I'm getting better at. You've got to do every day, right? I just say 5 minutes, 10 minutes minimum a day. You know, 5-10 minutes minimum probably a day. Yeah, reading like the Quran or the Hadith, or reading say like Persian poems, Rumi, or poetry, right? I would never break the chain. You know, keep going, keep studying it. That's my only advice. But yeah, I'm more than happy to do it. I'd love to do it. If you're happy to listen, yeah, if you're happy to listen or whatever, I'm happy to talk. But you might get sick of me though. That's fine. I don't want to bore you all to death anymore. So when I do. But okay, so Birasti Bishnu. So Birasti means indeed. Bishnu here. Chashme Fani. Chashme is the eye, and Fani means mortal, so the mortal eye. Jamale Baki Nashi Nasad. Jamale means beauty. It's like Arabic. Jamale, Jamali, or Jamilia, or it's Jamil, beauty. So Jamale is beauty. Baki means immortal, and Nashi Nasad means the unknowing, or you don't know. Right? Vardile Morde. Va. Remember, this is called Va, so it always means and. In Arabic, wa is and. Always, always, always. Wa is and. It looks like a G. And Farsi, it's va. So it's always and. So remember that. Whenever you see that, it means and. Dile, the heart. Morde means, oh, okay. Catherine said he was using expletives saying he doesn't want other channel followers in his chat. So let him go back to just 2. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I know. I've spoken to him before. Yes, would probably get a lot of viewers. Trouble. Okay, all right, then yeah, I'm happy to do it. D. It would if I could share the screen too. That would help as well. But yeah, okay, maybe that's a good idea. What? So you mean like now holding a board up with a pen, like a chalk or something? All right then, I could try. Yeah, I had an idea of like maybe Rumi, Rumi poems. I was going to translate them, but I'm thinking about what Catherine said here as well. Yeah, like Usman and that Craven. I like Usman. He's a nice chap. He's all right, and Chris is good too. I just don't want him to ban anyone. Yeah, he was using expletives. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't hold back, does he, Chris? He's pretty. He's pretty. What's the word? All guns blazing. He's got his approach. Uh, it, you know, it's his approach. Uh, yeah, it works for him at some level. But like you said, 2 followers. You would start us with alphabet. Yeah, if you want. Yeah, that's a good idea. Probably I think you'd understand it, D. I tell you again, if I can understand it, and let me just tell you this at school and stuff. Probably the worst thing I was at, I think, was languages. That was the thing I was the worst at, was languages. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. If that makes sense. If I can fast, I'm the last. I like food. or a bit overweight. I've been quite fat or chubby before. If I can fast, anyone can fast. If I can learn these languages, anyone can learn these languages. I'm serious. That it's not. I'm not natural at languages at all. Absolutely not. Like, no, it's the last. Like here in England, you do things called GCSEs and A levels. You know, GCSEs are the things you do like when you're a kid. And yeah, languages were the worst thing. But if I can make sense of it, then you can make sense of it. I'm absolutely certain of that. Yeah, but it's just such a beautiful language. I think, like like the Hebrew, Arabic, Farsi, right? Arabic. Yeah, I mean, I've read it daily, every day for at least 10 minutes, minimum of 10 to 15 minutes a day, probably for 2.5 years, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, about 2.5 years. It was probably the summer of 2022. Started to sort of read transliterated things in Arabic, like the Quran or the Hadith. Just went through it slowly and just kept reading and reading and reading. But I think, yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, like that's why I would say we could go through the surahs and the ayahs, and I could write the thing out and then transliterate it so we could show you the sound, right? Then read it and look at it, read it, and then you start getting it. It's like what happens is the letters and the sounds you start getting in your mind, okay? And then and there's a few rules that you'd know forever. Like for example, very basic one in Arabic. Oh, so difficult. I wish I could show you the thing. Perhaps I'll put it on this phone. Maybe I'll put the phone to this. You know, in the grammar. Oh, hi from Maui. Hello. We got a guy. Got good. It is yeah. No. So what I would do is I put the text up. I put some of the Arabic on the screen, and then yeah, read it, and then I show you the sound, right? And then we go over it. Like for example, we do little surahs to begin with, maybe Al Fatiha. So do you know? So Al Fatiha means the opener in the Quran. Yeah. So that's probably a good place to begin. We could do, yeah, like I don't want to go down the too poetic ones, like to begin with, like because the pronunciation is a little bit more tough. But I just I'll go yeah. So I was to read it now. Just find myself the thing. So you would say, Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim, in the name of God, the most gracious, most merciful. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praise and thanks to God, the Lord of the universe. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most generous, the most gracious, sorry, the most merciful. Maliki Yawm al-Din, the master of the day of judgment. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. You alone we worship, you alone we ask help. Ihdina siratal mustaqim, guide us to the straight path. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. The path of those you have bestowed favors on, not of those who've like earned your wrath. Maghdubi is earning wrath. Alayhim, on themselves, wala and not al-dali, those who go astray. So that's like a very common one in the Muslims would read. So I could teach you that one, say to begin with, because that's one you'll hear a lot. And I'll just show you like right, so okay, I'll just put it on the screen. Do you see that word there? Can you see that, D? Do you see that on the screen? So that's alayhim. So do you see the lines above the C shape, L shape? Do you see the two above the C and the L? So when those marks are above in Arabic, it's always an ah sound, right? Always ah. It's always ah, like ah, la, ha, ma, ka. Always ah. So whenever you see those lines, yeah, it's always an ah sound, right? So do you see the line there? Do you see the one at the bottom? Do you see the one underneath? Can you see the one under like? Yeah. So ah, yeah, that's it. It's like ah. yeah, like a high sound, right? But do you see the one underneath the H, sort of shape, the two lines there, that bit? So that sound, yeah, is I, I, an I sound. So like he, me, ze, re, yeah, that's kind of sound, always, right? So you've just learned a very, very basic rule in Arabic language when you certainly read the Quran, right? Whenever you see those, it's an ah sound, ah, so ah, la. But whenever you see that one at the bottom, it's I. So he, me, ze, re, che, de. So remember, so at the top, it's ah, la, ra, ma. And if it's at the bottom, it's I. Like just I, like just the I, not F, like be I, like I. So I. So just like I. So he, re, me, ze. And that's true whenever you read the Quran or when you see the Arabic grammar. So that's one very, very important rule that will help. That's it. Yeah, you've got it. Yeah. Ah and I. Ah, ra, ba at the top. Re, ze, me at the bottom. Yeah, you got it. That's it. Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's something. Okay, now let me show you another one. Whenever you see this, right? Hang on. So you understand that? Good. Right. So that word there is pronounced El Magdube. El Magdube. Do you see? Do you see that thing there? Do you see that sort of squiggle? Like, do you see that there above that letter? There's like a that thing. Do you see it? It's like a sort of squiggly circle. I don't know if you can. Yeah, that thing above it, right? So that is an oo sound. Whenever you see that, it makes it oo. So this word is el magdube. El magdube. El magdube. And also note that the G looking shape, which is a wa, whenever it's next to that, it makes it oo, like an oo, like oo. Okay, so when like a line, yeah, like that. So whenever you see that, it's this sound, ooh, ooh sound. Okay, so that word there would be al magdube. So al mag, and that thing there is like holds the sound. That thing there. Yeah, no, ooh, not do, ooh. Now, why I'm saying do is because that is a duh. That letter's duh, so it's a do be. But generically speaking, for all letters, the rule is oo. If that makes sense. So, so the reason why I'm saying is because that there is a duh do. That's why. But if it was on its own, like the rule is oo. If that makes sense. So if it was near the that one, right? So that first one there is ma. That's yeah. It would be mu, mug. Or if it was above the L, it'd be lu, right? But it's above the duh, which makes it do. So do be, right? So do you understand? So whenever you see that above any letter, it makes it an oo sound. Ru, do, mu, lu, hu, hu, yeah. So just because it's above the duh makes it do. So the word again is al magdubi. Al magdubi. Okay. So that's a very that's a very quick sort of rule there. But yeah, um, I could show you one of the things in the Quran. Hang on, so find another one. Oh, I didn't translate the thing, did I? I'll just read that one, the Persian. Yeah, let me just try and find it now. Number 10. Yeah, I mean, if you're happy for me to talk about this stuff, I mean, I'm not boring. I don't want to bore any of you. I don't want to bore any of you. I don't want to. But yeah, I'm happy to. I could talk about all this stuff for hours and hours and hours. Are you prepared to listen for hours and hours? Right. Okay. Um, so that hidden word, it translates to, "O son of desire, give ear unto this. Never shall the mortal eye recognize the everlasting beauty, nor the lifeless heart delight in aught but in the withered bloom. For like seemeth like, and taketh pleasure in the company of its kind." Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh yeah. You need to ask Kat. I can listen. Okay. Well, if Catherine's happy, I hope she. I guess she hasn't said she's not happy. Right. Okay. Then we'll do one more. We could do one more quick thing in the Quran if you're happy, D, to learn a bit more of the Arabic. Yeah, you are right. The alphabet would be important too, but it's not essential though. What is, you just keep rereading it and you soon pick it up. Just see what's happening here on the basketball. Quite interested to see how some games ended. So the New York Knicks were playing. I'm sorry, I'm not going off on sport. Don't worry. I just wanted to check. So, okay, so the New York Knicks were playing in the NBA, and they were playing the Charlotte Hornets. And the New York Knicks, did they win? I don't even find the match. Oh, strange. I'm sure they were playing earlier. Hang on. Oh, okay, Cal. All right, so yeah, all right then. Well, they lost. The Knicks lost. Okay, well then, yeah. I mean, if you're out, I can read anything. I mean, if you're happy with me reading, yeah, I'm easy for you. I am going to try and get the share screen thing going, and I could play some like nice music and stuff I found, but I have to pay the money to get that going. That's the only thing, because like what I'm doing here with this phone, putting it towards the screen, I could share the screen. It would make life a lot easier. Right, so we got it. Okay, so then. Okay, so. Right. Okay, awesome. 10. Right, let's see what we'll do now then. All right, the post has an error while you were okay, oh, thanks. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, your input is important. Yeah. No, I don't want to put anything down that, like, yeah, I don't want, like I said, I'm just happy anyone talk anything, you know, anything you want to talk or discuss, just write it down. And yeah, all right then. I'll just do one more short one. I'll just read. I'm trying to think here. We'll do Allo class. Right, I'll put it on the screen. Okay. So, because this is something very common, right? Okay, you'll hear this a lot. Okay, so where is it? Okay, so Cossie, what do you want Artie to do? I enjoyed the last book reading. Book? Oh, what? The Bible? Yeah, I'll read that too. The Bible, yeah. So the Bible or the Persian stuff. I'm not. No, I'm not the teacher. No, I'm not a teacher. No. You've got many teachers on here. You got Chris, the man's teacher. Big Nose was a teacher of sorts. Lots of I don't know what I am. I'm just me. I just like. Okay, I'm not much of a teacher. Okay, all right. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, no, okay. So that word there, if you can see it, call, huwa, Allahu, ahad. This is a nice simple one, right? Oh, I need to share the screen. Okay, cool. You just pronounce it cool. So do you notice so that's a Q and an L, right? And it's got the oo sound. So cool, which means say. Cool. So that's an H. It's a soft H. Hu, hu. So huwa. Cool. Huwa. Say he is or he. Cool huwa means say he. Allahu. You know that word, right? Allah. Allahu. Cool huwa. Allahu. Say he is God. Ahad. One. Ahad. So that sound there, right, is actually a dun. Ahadun is what it would be, but because it's the end of the ayah, the end of the verse, you don't pronounce it. So you just say ahad. So you don't need to. If that was in the middle, that would change it. But because there's this thing that like at the end of the verse, it rolls into the next. You don't pronounce the last letter. You'll understand the more we read and go on. But okay, so cool he, huwa, he is. So say he is. Cool huwa, Allahu, God. Ahad, one. Right? Cool huwa, Allahu. Ahad. Say he is God who is one. Right? Next one's easy because it's only two. Allahu. See that? Allahu. So that thing with the W is called a shudder, right? It means you emphasize the sound. Allahu. Allahu. Say he is God. And this word's an interesting word. Samad. Al-Samad. He is the eternal. It means absolute. So Allahu al-Samad. God the eternal or the absolute. Allahu Samad. Okay. Okay, this is easy too. This is a nice one. Right, next verse. Lam. Yalid Walam. Lam Yalid Walam. Right? Not he begets and not the last word. Yulid. Yulid. Begotten. Okay. So go back up there. I'll go through it there. Right. So lam, as you can see, it's la. So L and an M, yeah? Lam. Lam. See, lam. Yalid walam. Lam. And that's a ya. So ya, because it's got the thing above the ya, yeah? Yalid walam. And then Ulid's the bottom. When I get to be able to share a screen, this will be a lot easier. Ulid. Ulid. See, it's got the oo sound. Ulid. So lam yalid walam yulid. Not he begets and not he is begotten. And then the last verse. So this is a whole chapter of the Quran, by the way, D and Catherine, if you or anyone. This is a whole chapter. You've done a whole chapter now, right? The last verse is right. Yeah, that's right. Walam yekun lahu. You can see that. Walam yekun lahu. Yeah, that's a whole chapter in the Quran. This is Surah Al-Ikhlas. This one, it's a whole chapter. It's a very short one, but you've done it. So you've done a whole chapter. Yep. It's actually quite a short book, by the way, compared to the Bible. I think it's only about 15 to 17% of the Bible, the Quran. It's not as long as the Bible. Right. Kufr 1, Ahad. Okay, so do you notice that's a good word to practice? Right. Do you see that word there, D? Can you see it? Do you see this one here? So that is Ku, Fu, 1. So Kufu 1. Do you see that? Do you see the two U sounds on that above the K and the F? Ku, Fu 1. Kufu 1. See? Kufu 1. It's got the two U sounds above the K and the F. Kufu 1. Kufu, yeah, that's it, yeah. Exactly. That's it. That's the sound. And then the last word is this one. Ahad. 1. Ahad again. So you see that? So that's called an Aleph, right? So that's an A sound. Ah. And if it was at the bottom, it'd be I. So, but it's at the top, so ah, and then ha, and then dun. But because it's the last word in the verse, I'm sorry again about the glare. I'm sorry about the phone and everything. Ahad. See that? Ahad. Ahad. So there's 3 letters in there. The Aleph at the beginning, which is an A. It's like, the long tall thing. The long tall thing on the right is pronounced A. Ah. The thing in the middle, ha, that's a ha, H-A sound. Ahad, and the letter at the end is a D, pronounced D. So Ahad means 1. So yeah, that's Surah Al-Ikhlas. I'll read it once more through the thing. Qul huwa Allahu Ahad. Allahu al-Samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. Means to say he is God one. He is eternal. God is eternal. Not he begets, and not he is begotten, and not is for him equivalent anyone or anything. Ahad. Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, it'd be that. Hang on, I'll put it there. Like, so so it'd be ha, da, coming together to create ahad, like that. That's what it is. So I'll put it on the screen again. Okay, do you see that? So ha, and da, which comes together to create ahad. Ha, da, ahad. See? So Aleph, the tall thing is the A. That's the A, the thing which looks like the letter C, right? That's an Aleph. And that's an A sound. Always an A or an I. If it was at the bottom, be I, but here is A. So ahad, ahad. That's it, yeah. Aha. That's the ha sound. Da. So ha, da. Ha, da. Creates ahad. And that means 1. Okay? Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's it. Ahad, ahad. Ahad. Can you see the 3 letters there? the A, the Ha, and the D. Can you see the three? Ahad. And that's it. That's the chapter. That's a class. That's It means the sincerity. The word in Arabic, a class. Yeah, but no, I'm glad. I'll try and let me put the thing in. Trying to think of a good way. Like, if you go here, right? This will help. If you go on this one, I'll put the link in the thing. Because you know, if you want, right? So if you go there, it's Quran. Oh no. Sorry, wait a minute. So it's Quran W B W. Because this is a good one that can help with the sounds, the transliteration of it. Yeah, so that bottom one, if you copy and paste that QuranWBW.com into the website, put it in, and then yeah, look at the chapters, but they've got the transliteration under the thing, which means that you'll be able to like hear the sound, and you can play it too. You can play the guy speaking it, which helps. It will help, but you can see the sounds, right? So yeah, so when we go over the alphabet, you'll be able to see the sounds, and then you just slowly work through it and read it. Yeah. But you did the whole chapter there. You did Surah 100. So chapter, Surah means chapter. A Surah is a chapter. So you've done chapter 112 in the Quran. Al Ikhlas is the one we've just read there. So well done. Okay, you can bring it up on shared screen too. Yeah, I would like to, but I can't because it won't let me. I asked I've looked on Google how to do that. It won't. It says mute, stop cam, settings, and invite. It won't have the share screen button on mine. And I don't know why. And it's quite annoying, because it would be very useful. I could help. Yeah, no. You did. What we did there was the whole of a class. So you've now seen a class. And yeah, if you come up, you can read it. When you come up, you can read it. I'm looking forward to you all coming up. We can read it. Um, right. Media slow. What's that? Maybe that's the button. Media slow. Is that it? Media slow. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what I've done. Okay. Is Catherine still here? I hope she's still here. What do you want me to read, Catherine? Should I read the Bible or the Persian? What do you like to hear? I'm happy to read everything. Just do something useful while I'm up here. It's difficult to talk to myself on. I know it's kind of talking to the chat. I think she is. But yeah, if there's something she likes, because she said there was something she liked me reading earlier. I don't know if it was the Bible, but if that's what or was it the Baha'is writings, the Baha'i one? I think that she said in the message. Gossi, what do you want to do? I enjoyed the last the book reading. Yeah, Bible maybe Paul. Okay, Pauline letters in. All right. Let me see if I can find one here. Okay. I'll do a short one now. I know. Is it Philemon? Is it Philemon? I know that's a short one, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to. It's not easy though, but yeah, I mean, I like them. Yeah, maybe mix it up. I quite like. Okay, I'll read some Paul then, so we can do some Arabic, the Quran. Try and look at some of that. I read the Bible, yeah, and one of Paul's letters, and then yeah, and maybe you don't mind me reading the Persian, guys? Is it okay to read the Persian word, the hidden words? I can mix it up, and then we can kind of create something from there. And then when I know how to share the screen, I can do more stuff. Oh, it's good tea. It's nice. It's actually not a bad cup of tea. Okay, yeah, I'll get that one up because how long we've been on for? 2 hours and 2 minutes. Okay. Then I'll do the thing. Yeah, what was Paul's letters? Gossi was Paul's letters in the Bible. Paul's letters of. I think Philemon was one of them. Philemon. Actually, no, wait. I quite like. Is it First Corinthians? Read First Corinthians. It's a powerful, powerful scripture from what I remember. First Corinthians, right? Not the one with the. That's a long one. Paul had to write letters to church because he was in prison, often beaten for sharing the gospel. That's right. Yeah, it was a difficult journey for him. So yeah, so I could read First Corinthians. Do you mind? Should I read that? I've got First Corinthians. Yeah. Or if you want me to read another one, I'm happy to read. Okay, Philemon. Okay, yeah. Okay. Right, I just load that one up then. Okay. Right. Let's load up the thing. Right, I just. Okay, Philemon. Right. Okay. I will just load. No. Thanks. Wow, that's it. Philemon 1. Okay. Philemon. Okay. Right, King James. Okay, right. All right, then I'll read it then. Okay. So just see Philemon, King James Version here. Okay, Paul, a prisoner of Jesus Christ, and Timothy, our brother, and to Philemon, our dearly beloved and fellow laborer, and to our beloved Apphia and Archippus, our fellow soldier, and to the church in thy house. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. I thank my God, making mention of thee always in my prayers, hearing of thy love and faith, which thou hast toward the Lord Jesus and toward all saints, that the communication of thy faith may become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing which is in you in Christ Jesus. For we have great joy and consolation, I love, because the bowels of the saints are refreshed by thee, brother. Wherefore, though I might be much bold in Christ to enjoin thee that which is convenient, yet for love's sake I rather beseech thee, being such and one as Paul the aged, and now also a prisoner of Jesus Christ. I beseech thee for my son, Onesimus, whom I have begotten in my bonds, which in time past was to thee unprofitable, but now profitable to thee and to me, whom I have sent again. Thou therefore receive me, that is mine own bowels, whom I would have retained with me, that in thy stead he might have ministered unto me in the bonds of the gospel. But without thy mind would I do nothing, that thy benefit should not be as if it were of necessity, but willingly. For perhaps he therefore departed for a season, that thou shouldest receive him further. Not now as a servant, but above a servant, a brother beloved, especially to me, but how much more unto thee, both in the flesh and in the Lord. If thou count me therefore a partner, receive him as myself. If he have wronged thee, or oweth thee aught, put that on mine account. I, Paul, have written it with mine own hand. I will repay it, albeit I do not say to thee how thou owest unto me even thine own self besides. Yea, brother, let me have joy of thee in the Lord, refresh my bowels in the Lord. Having confidence in thy obedience, I wrote unto thee, knowing that thou wilt also do more than I say. But withal prepare me also a lodging, for I trust that through your prayers I shall be given unto you. There salute thee, Epaphras, my fellow prisoner in Christ Jesus. Marcus, Aristarchus, Demas, Lucas, my fellow labourers. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with your spirit. Amen. Okay, that's Philemon. I'll have to read the background on that one. Philemon. So that is an epistle. It's a prison letter authored by Paul the Apostle. Philemon was a leader in the Colossian church. It deals with themes of forgiveness and reconciliation. Paul does not identify himself as an apostle with authority, but as a prisoner of Jesus Christ, calling Timothy our brother and addressing Philemon as fellow labourer and brother. Philemon was a wealthy Christian, possibly a bishop of the church, that met in his home in Colossae. This letter is now generally regarded as one of the undisputed works of Paul. It is the shortest of Paul's extant letters, consisting of only 335 words in the Greek. So the Epistle to Philemon was composed around 57 to 62 AD by Paul, while in prison at Caesarea Maritima, more likely from Rome, in conjunction with the composition of Colossians. The Epistle to Philemon is attributed to the Apostle Paul, and this attribution has rarely been questioned by scholars. Along with 6 others, it is numbered among the undisputed letters which are widely considered to be authentically Pauline. The main challenge to the letter's authenticity came from a group of German scholars in the 19th century known as the Tübingen School. Their leader, Ferdinand Christian Bauer, only accepted 4 New Testament epistles as generally written by Paul: Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, and Galatians. Commenting on Philemon, Bauer described the subject matter as so very singular as to arouse our suspicions, and concluded that it is perhaps a Christian romance serving to convey a genuine Christian idea. This view is now largely considered to be outdated and finds no support in modern scholarship. The opening verse of the salutation also names Timothy alongside Paul. This, however, does not mean that Timothy was the epistle's core. Rather, Paul regularly mentions others in the address if they have a particular connection with the recipient. In this case, Timothy may have encountered Philemon while accompanying Paul in his work in Ephesus. According to the most common interpretation, Paul wrote this letter on behalf of Onesimus, a runaway slave who had wronged his owner Philemon. Slave running away was in and of itself illegal. It's often assumed that Onesimus had fled after stealing money, as Paul states in verse 18 that if Onesimus owes anything, Philemon should charge this to Paul's account. Sometimes after leaving, Onesimus came into contact with Paul, although again the details are unclear. He may have been arrested and imprisoned alongside Paul. Alternatively, he may have previously heard Paul's name, as his owner was a Christian, so he travelled to him for help. After meeting Paul, Onesimus became a Christian believer, and affection grew between them, and Paul would have been glad to keep Onesimus with him. However, he considered it better to send him back to Philemon with an accompanying letter, which aimed to effect reconciliation between them as Christian brothers. The preservation of the letter suggests that Paul's request was granted. Onesimus' status as a fugitive slave was challenged by Alan Dwight Callahan in an article published in the Harvard Theological Review and in a later commentary. Callahan argues that beyond verse 16, nothing in the text conclusively indicates that Onesimus was ever the chattel of the letter's chief addressee. Moreover, the expectations fostered by the traditional fugitive slave hypothesis go unrealized in the letter. Modern commentators, even those committed to the prevailing interpretation, have tacitly admitted as much. Callahan argues that the earliest commentators on this work, the Homily of Origen and the Ante-Eumarcion preface, are silent about Onesimus' possible servile status, and traces the origins of this interpretation to John Chrysostom, who proposed in it in homily in Epistolum ad Philomonem during his ministry in Antioch, circa 386-398. Place of the traditional interpretation, Callan suggests that Onesimus and Philemon are brothers, both by blood and religion, but who have become estranged, and the intent of this letter was to reconcile the two men. Ben Witherington III has challenged Callan's interpretation as a misreading of Paul's rhetoric. Further, Margaret and Mitchell has demonstrated that a number of writers before Chrysostom either argue or assume that Onesimus was a runaway slave, including Athanasius, Basil of Caesarea, and Ambrosius. Right. However, from the standpoint of context, verses 12 through 16 do make it rather clear that he was a runaway slave. In verse 14, Paul states he didn't want to do anything without Philemon's consent, since Paul could have ordered or commanded Philemon to do it, but the fact that he desired his consent stands out. Also, Paul could have just kept Onesimus there, and Onesimus himself could have stayed there. Philemon would have had the right to hold his runaway slave accountable, not just from a financial or social standpoint, but a legal standpoint. Onesimus, upon his return, could have legally been made a prisoner of Rome. Verses 15 to 16 make it clear that Paul was asking Philemon to receive him back forever, and no longer as a slave, but as a beloved brother. Paul actually writes that it was perhaps God's purpose that Onesimus initially ran away for the purpose of becoming a Christian, and then returned as a fellow Christian. Paul calls him his son in verse 10, whom he begot while still in chains. The message to Philemon is to accept Onesimus back as the son of a prisoner of Jesus Christ. It appears that both Paul and Onesimus desired to do the right thing out of respect for Philemon, but also expecting Philemon to do the right thing as someone who had been graciously forgiven and received by the Lord as a fellow prisoner of Christ Jesus. The only extant information about Onesimus apart from this letter is found in Paul's epistle to the Colossians chapter 4, verse 7 through 9, where Onesimus is called a faithful and beloved brother. All my state shall Tychicus declare unto you, who is a beloved brother, and a faithful minister and fellow servant in the Lord, whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose, that he might know your estate and comfort your hearts. For Onesimus, a faithful and beloved brother, who is one of you, they shall make known unto you all things which are done here. Cool. Okay. Recipient content. Significance. See what the significance is. They say, in order to better appreciate the book of Philemon, it is necessary to be aware of the situation of the early Christian community in the Roman Empire and the economic system of classical antiquity based on slavery. According to the epistle to Diognetus, for the Christians are distinguished from other men neither by country nor language, nor the customs which they observe. They are in the flesh, but they do not live after the flesh. They pass their days on earth, but they are citizens of heaven. They obey the prescribed laws, and at the same time surpass the laws by their lives. Pope Benedict XVI refers to this letter in his encyclical letter Spe Salvi, highlighting the power of Christianity as power of the transformation of society. The Pope said, those who, as far as their civil status is concerned, stand in relation to one another as masters and slaves, inasmuch as they are members of the one church, have become brothers and sisters. This is how Christians addressed one another, even if external structures remained unaltered. This changed society from within. When the letter to the Hebrews says that Christians here on earth do not have a permanent homeland, but seek one which lies in the future, this does not mean for one moment that they live only for the future. The present society is recognized by Christians as an exile. They belong to a new society which is the goal of their common pilgrimage and which is anticipated in the course of that pilgrimage. Nice idea there. Yeah, okay. I've read as you go. That's Philemon. I'm sorry if I read a bit there. It's interesting hearing what these other opinions are on it and things. Seems to be a lot of slavery and freedom in that letter. But no, it's very nice. Yeah, and I hope I didn't read too much or bore you, Kath or D or anyway. I'm sorry. But yeah, and what time is it now? Okay, so it's here in England. It's 8 minutes past 2 in the morning. We've been going for 2 hours and 17 minutes. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. I might shut it down in a minute. Unless you want, I can leave the thing running if you want. I mean, it's up to you. I'm gonna probably go to bed soon. I'm quite tired now. Um, oh, thank you, DS. Yeah, and thanks, kind. Um, but oh, yeah, thank you, Kath. Yeah, really nice. Because I'll come back tomorrow. I might read one bit of Persian before I go, just a short one. Is that all right? Do you mind, Catherine or D, if I read? Yeah, I suppose in America it's what, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock? I think you're 6 or 8 hours right behind us. No, you're ahead of. No, you're behind us. Yeah. So yeah, be heading at 8, 9 in the evening. I'd have thought where you were. A short one, Artie. Okay, yeah. What you don't mind, yeah? Reading a short Persian thing. 10 p.m. Oh, okay, you're all right. You're only 4 hours. Oh, 4 hours. Okay, a short one. Okay, Kath. Is that clearance to read something in Farsi? Is that all right? I think that's what you mean. I don't know. I'm a bit confused. I'll just read something. A short, or do you mean the fact it's only 2 hours 20 minutes? It's been a short stream. It's one or the other. Okay, I'll just read a short one in Persian here. The one I haven't read yet. So just do something here. This from here, the 8th hidden word. Abu, something nice to end it on. All right, we'll do the 8th hidden word. I'm gonna do the. I'll just do the short one now, Cam. I'll do it. Just take 1 minute, if that. All right. Kalamate maknune hasht. A pisare is. Dar sabile kuds chalak. Shuva bar aflake. Ons kodam. Guzar. Kalbra bi sikale. Rupa kon. Vahange sahate. Lolak nama. There you go. That was a short Persian. That was a Baha'u'llah's hidden word. It's the 8th hidden word. And yeah, it just helps me practice to read it. Persian, you got to keep practicing. Again, if you don't practice it, you forget. So yeah, I mean, it all helps, if you guys don't mind me reading it, and thank you for listening to it. Yeah, I'll translate it now. They're very beautiful, these hidden words. Okay, so it's the 8th one, right? So the 8th hidden word is, O Son of Glory, be swift in the path of holiness and enter the heaven of communion with me. Cleanse thy heart with the varnish of the Spirit and hasten to the court of the Most High. There you go. That's nice. Really nice. Cleanse thy heart with the varnish of the Spirit. What a beautiful image. Wow. That would be in the Farsi. That would be the Kalbra Bisikale Ru Parkon. That would be the heart to burnish. Bisikale is burnish with the Spirit. Ru Parkon means clean and cleanse. Yes, you can read your Farsi. Yeah, the Persian. Persian's called Farsi. It's just their way of saying it. I mean, you can say either or. I think Farsi's the correct name. But yeah, one of the reasons why I like learning that is the Rumi poems as well. But Rumi's got some nice poetry there. But it's all good. All right then, guys. So yeah, thank you for listening. And I'll try and teach a bit more of the Arabic to D tomorrow then. I'll try, if I could share the screen, it'd be better. And Catherine will read more of the Bible and I'll show you those horses too. If I go live again, I'll show you up the road. Mikey, he's a very nice horse. I'm trying to think of a few other ones we could do. There's a river near here. There's some apple orchards and stuff. We'll do that. I'll find them one, and it'd be nice if both of you, one of you, or sometime come up and say hi. Just say hello. So it gets a bit lonely or awkward. I'm just talking to the chat box. Just say hi, or yeah, It'd be nice just to say hello. Yeah, it'd be really good. Thank you, D. Yeah. Yeah, and remember, if I find a harmonica or I'll sing and then you come up and sing, I think we have a deal there. See, my hand will shake on it as a handshake. It's a handshake, D. We got a deal. If I find the harmonica, you have to come up and sing. I think we have a fair deal there. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Oh, thank. Oh, what's this? You are doing good. You've been great. Oh, that's very kind. Yeah. uh, and yeah, and hopefully, yeah, if you're, yeah, we'll keep reading and such. And but like I said, I've got another 45 hours of StreamYard time. Yeah, and the girl will come up and she can read some things in Persian and all the rest of it. She's very nice. I wish I'd done the bonfire though. I should have done that. Should have done the bonfire. That would have been a good one. That was fun. And Charlotte was there as well. That was all good. It was a happy day yesterday. Knuckle cheese sandwiches, not yet, gossip. uh, I'm trying to think what Bible to read tomorrow. Shall I read? I quite like to read the Sermon on the Mount. Is that Matthew chapter 5 to 7? Would you guys mind if I read that? The Sermon on the Mount, is it? The famous teaching. I mean, I can stick on. Can't remember, not yet have a barrel. I think, yeah. I want to show you more of like around here. Lots of things to see around here. There's a hill. We got a hill up the road. It's a nice view from up there. DD gets, yeah. And then yeah, it's good at the moment. So many good streams. Like, I was a bit worried after sort of whatever happened with Big Nose. I was a bit worried that like, no one would stream anything. No one was going to talk. But it's nice, there's lots of streams going on and such. And hopefully in time, Big Nose will return. It'll all be good again. And yeah, I suspect he'll go back to Speaker's Corner soon because the weather's improving now. So we can't blame the weather anymore. So, yeah. No, it was some nice discussions. I knew you would get on and keep stream because so many are gone. It's a shame Maybe Stevens only on a Thursday. Yeah, Catherine as well. The one I like, the guy who does it on the Saturday. The Dower. Have you been on there? Is it called Perfect Dower? He does a stream. Is it Perfect or Peaceful Dower? I've seen a few on a Saturday evening. But yeah, and then there's DD. And there's Chris does his from time to time as well. But I think Simon K left out. I know he'll come back here. He said he would. So Simon will come back and everything. But yeah, yeah. If you guys think of anything tomorrow, if you're happy for me to read the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5. And I'll try and figure out a bit more on StreamYard, and I'd love to be able to share the screen and stuff. I'll try and figure all that out. Ah, yeah, only on a Saturday. That's real. Okay, yeah, yep. But all right. Well, I probably don't really want to end the stream. Part of me doesn't. I mean, I'm going to go to bed, but you probably don't want to just see me sleeping on a bed. That's not exactly going to be that interesting. Me snoring. So I'll probably end the stream, and I'll say to you both, thank you for coming, Cav and D. Yeah, I will. I am going to. Yeah, I'll make more of an effort to stream. Yeah, I'll make more of an effort. And I'll try and understand how to share the screen, because I got some things I want to share with you both on this, but I can't because I don't know how to. But yeah, you take care, both of you, and I'll just put in the chat. Take care. There you go. Thank you for coming, and I'll stream more. And have a great day. Thank you both so much for being here. And I hope I haven't bored you silly. And have pleasant dreams if you're going to sleep like me. And have a lovely day tomorrow. Yeah, and thank you for being here and reading the scriptures and everything. It's been good. And yeah, all right then. I'll end the stream now, guys. But you take care, both of you, all right? Okay. Okay, we were not bored. Okay, well, good. All right, all right. Well, I'll keep reading then, and we'll do more Arabic. We'll do it all with all these. All right. Okay. Good night, CLT. I wonder who that was. See, I wonder who that was. Yeah, I don't know, Gav. I don't know. I wonder if someone. Maybe I suspect someone would say to listen. Who would it be? Chris would have said something will come up, wouldn't it be him? So I wonder who. Lieutenant? The big nose? I don't know. Someone was there for a while. Maybe. Never know. Wish them all the best. All the as I always did. Wish them peace and love, right? All the best. Yeah. Oh, and Ziggy. Ziggy as well. Ziggy. You'll see some more of Ziggy. All right then, guys. I'm gonna head off now. All right, I'm gonna close the stream now. All right. Bye bye. Take care. Okay. How did our chat was on IP chat? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's 4 now. That's 4. Someone's come late. Oh, so I can't keep going now. It's 2.5 hours is enough, I think. Yeah. I don't know. It's 4. I wonder who's watching now. Strange. Okay. All right, doesn't matter. All right. Okay, I'll end it now. Okay. Okay. Good night, guys. Have a nice day. I am gonna close it now. All right. I don't want to close it now. I'm gonna close it now. You take care and have a great day. All right. Bye bye, guys. All right. I'm gonna end it now. 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.